Hi guys, this is Teacher Mark Kapolon and I welcome you to my YouTube channel. If it is your first time you're watching this video, I'm going to ask you to hit the subscription button down there so that next time I make a video like this, YouTube will notify you. Today we have a very crucial discussion and we have a guest in the house today, none other than Winnie. Winnie, thank you so much for making time with us.
Thank you so much.
I know you've been so busy out of your schedule, but you have made time to be with us today. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Teacher Mark.
Okay, maybe I can give you some few minutes, just you tell us and tell the viewers more about yourself, and then from there we shall begin our discussion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Teacher Mark, for having me in your channel. So to the viewers, good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you're watching us. My name is Teacher Winnie, currently a digital design teacher in Somalia. Thank you so much.
Welcome. So, Teacher Winnie, you have mentioned something here about digital design. You know, maybe most students or many people around there thought that maybe digital design, actually it's something that maybe you can take it after or maybe before your high school or whatever. Can you tell us more, maybe this digital design, where should a student begin? Does it begin at the lowest level? Does it begin in high school, or just maybe for the viewers you can let them know, then we shall continue from there?
I believe it depends on the interest of the learner. There was a video I was watching with a student from China, and he was as young as 5 years old and he could make robotics. So with regards to age, it doesn't matter so long as the child or the learner has the interest. Yes, so she can or he can go for it. And I believe that we are currently in a technology revolving world, in that we do not know the kind of opportunities that will arrive in the coming years. So it is up to us to take up or leverage on the current trends, most especially on technology, and make use of it. And digital design comes in hand to help you as a learner or even a professional to work on that. So yes.
Thank you so much. Now, you mentioned something here about Somalia. Maybe you can allow me chip in, and I need to know more about this. Okay, how is it being done in Somalia? And how do you go about it with your students? Because I understand there are some schools, maybe you can find some students who cannot be able to communicate in English, and maybe again when you deliver, some students maybe cannot understand the way you deliver. You have a content for them, you have a concept for them. How do you go about it?
It has been an interesting journey, I must say, because as much as you say that the students really do not have that knowledge per se, but then they have at one point in time interacted with computers and they know how to use cell phones. That is the basic use of a computer. So with us, it's just but to guide them on the current trends and how to make use of whatever gadgets that they have at their disposal to bring about sustainability into their life. And with this, we are looking at the current skills that they can get in practicing computers, and of course the business ventures that they can of course delve in, not only as students but of course as noble citizens of Somalia. So that is what we are currently doing.
Wow, that's amazing. Now, the students you are handling, before I come there, for how long have you been in Somalia?
For now, I just finished my first month, so it hasn't been that long.
Okay, fine. Now, the first time you heard about Somalia,
yes,
how was it like? Because, you know, you understand when you hear Somalia for the first time, I think you understand what comes in your mind.
Yeah.
So, how was it?
And I'm not surprised that you have to mention that, because this is a question that I have received from different people. And many people, even before coming here, they were like, why would you go to Somalia, yet we hear there's attacks everywhere? And I'm like, currently, or or before coming here, I was like 50-50. I had mixed feelings. One, because of security reasons, but once I landed and I fell in love with the people of Somalia. You guys never disappoint.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, they're very how can I put it? They are very I'm lacking words to say, but they're very friendly, very accommodative. Yeah, that's the words.
Right.
And even with the students back at school, you find that most of them do not know how to speak in English, and they have taken that opportunity to even make me understand Somali.
Wow.
Right now, I can tell within a few months I've learned a little bit of Somalia.
Wow.
And I shout out to one of my students who went even to the level of handing me a book for Somalia translation, so that I can just learn Somalia and of course improve the interaction at the classroom level.
I must go there. I must go there. So can you please tell us maybe 2 words in Somali? Maybe 1 or 2 that you've learned.
You got me there. So I know.
Yeah.
Mama Hassantai.
I guess it's say thank you, right?
Yes, it is. And then there is one, there's this word I'm looking for. I guess it's back.
Okay, fine.
Skipped my mind.
If it comes back, and then you will share.
Yes.
Okay, what about if someone tells you Wakujala High? Wakujala High. I guess that's not the word you're searching.
No, that's not.
Okay.
But you can correct me if the meaning is wrong. Does it mean, how are you?
Well, that means I love you.
I love you. Okay.
Wow. Okay, fine. So our viewers...
So, Wakujala Hai?
Wakujala Hai means I love you.
Yeah, I'm asking, Wakujala Hai?
If you ask me, Sidokale. You say Sidokale. Sidokale means me too. Okay. Or I love you too. Okay, fine. So our viewers, as you can see, we have teacher Winnie in the studio with us today. And if you have questions maybe you want to ask her, you can just hit the comment section down there and post your question there. Maybe I know you want to know if Winnie is single or married. There are some questions maybe you want to ask and know more about her. You just hit the comment section there and post your question. You can as well tell us wherever you are watching. There are those who are watching us from Japan, those who are watching us from Taiwan, from Kenya, from Somalia, and other countries that maybe I can't be able to mention. So we want to go to another step that I want you maybe to tell us. You've been in Kenya and you've been in Somalia. How is the weather like?
I have remembered the word. Wafia anai. Yeah, that is the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
So wafia anai means I'm fine. Yes.
Wow, exactly.
Yeah. So the weather is wafia anai.
So the weather is fian.
Yes. I don't know whether it's correct.
Yeah, the weather
but
is...
excuse my Somalia.
It's okay. Yeah. Now tell us more, because in the first place, in which parts of Kenya have you been?
Well, I have been to Mombasa. I've stayed in Mombasa for quite some time. I have been to Nairobi. I have been to Nyeri. Yes. Okay.
So if you try to compare maybe the recent place that you've been in Kenya and now here in Mogadishu, what can you tell?
So there hasn't been that drastic change, but then with regards to the weather, Somalia is quite hot. Well, the people here are welcoming. Mombasa people are also welcoming. So there's a lot that I can relate to. And I feel at home here in Somalia.
Wow.
Yes.
That's amazing. Well, now Winnie, you've talked about, I want to take you back to digital design, because there is where actually we are focusing. This digital design, how actually can you tell the viewers, do you think it's important for students to learn from the lowest level, or they can just pick it from, because you mentioned about the gadgets. Actually, like in Somalia, most students are able to access the mobile phones, the computers. So what can you advise? Should the students or the parents should advise the students to begin it at the lowest level, or they can just pick it from any level?
Yeah, of course, this is the revolution of technology, and what I would advise any other parent to support their learners or their kids with technology, because every other thing today is technology. Be it even the food we eat. Right now you can just use technology to order food, or even use technology to prepare your own food. So it goes to such a basic level, to levels such as one that can affect climate change, that whatever is happening now in the COP25.
Right.
So if you have the basic ideas of technology and how to leverage on this technology in support of not only you as an individual, but the world trends, then I believe that you as a parent should take up the opportunity to support your kids, because you just never know. Because the reason as to why I'm telling you this, because in the next 10 years, and you have to agree with me that the professions that will be there in the next 10 years or even 30 years haven't been seen or haven't been heard of today. And we can only achieve this if we make use of the technology that we have right now, make use of the spaces that we have, the social media platforms, and the manpower that we have, people like us teachers who are in there to support the learners. So I think as parents, yes, you should support your learners with technology. And on the basic level, we have the gadgets such as computers. Yes, there are some challenges that come with it, but please do support your learners with that. Yeah.
Absolutely. Winnie, back, my viewers today, I'm just go there. I've received some text messages from my fans. There is one who is asking me here, kindly ask teacher Winnie if she is married or not. So please, maybe you can answer that question. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm single.
Wow.
Not married. Yes.
In any relationship,
Well, Mark, why would you? I'm sure that the viewers did not ask.
No, the message is here. I can show you. Okay, actually, if viewers ask such a questions, maybe maybe one is interested. You never know. Okay, so as you can see, and she has spoken. She has said she's single. And let me not say single and searching. I don't want to add my words.
Well, I single in that I'm not married, but of course not searching too, because I'm in a relationship.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, fine. I think my viewers, you have heard. Now, back to this point. In Kenya, there are these kind of food that you used to, and when you came to Somalia, actually things changed. What do you think have really changed and can actually affect you in one way or another?
Well, for me, I have been so adaptive, and I have not seen that change. That's why I felt like I'm at home, because staying in Mombasa, we used to eat rice like almost every day. We used to eat spaghetti like almost every day. And you find this is what they also eat in Somalia. So there's no that drastic change or change that is much visible, except I now miss my ugali and sukuma wiki very much.
That's what I wanted to hear.
That is the first thing I will go for once I reach in Kenya. But every other thing is okay. Yeah.
Now, Winnie, are you homesick?
You could say so. I am. I am. But then we have to live with what we have.
But you've told me that you've been here for only a month now.
Well, yes. But then,
A month, you can imagine.
There are certain things that you're used to when you're at home
Yes.
that you're not used to here in Mogadishu. Like, for example, when I'm at home, you could move around from one place to another.
True.
You could go to the beach. You could go to like a restaurant, sit and enjoy your meal. Here in Mogadishu, you have to like make sure that wherever you're going, there is proper security.
True.
Yeah, for you to do that. And maybe that is one of the things that I miss about home, because you have to be accompanied by security protocols for you to get to where you are supposed to.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Now, what are your main objectives? Your main objectives as in digital education. How do you wish to see your students in the next 3 years?
That's quite a lot. That's quite a lot. And I believe we have to always hope for the best.
True.
And for my students, I encourage them to be sustainable and to use the skill that they have. Because it is only you who has the opportunity to change your future. So I just ask them, if anyone is watching, make use of your skill that you have for your future and everything. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Now, Winnie, I think you enjoy life in Somalia.
I do, I totally do.
Now, suppose you are asked to choose whether you want to stay here for good and even get a husband here. How do you feel about it?
Well, a husband, you say. Before I answer that,
Yeah.
if there is a husband on social media that feels like I could be a wife, then do so, and then I give you an answer. Please do so, and then I give Mark an answer.
Okay, okay. I know their comments will still come in, but in case you are given that opportunity, do you think you can squander the opportunity or you can maximize it?
Well, I haven't thought of that, because coming here, my mind was all for digital design. But
Yes,
we just don't know.
sure.
We just don't know.
No, you know, you can maybe have a plan of doing this, and maybe God has another plan for you.
Yeah, true.
You might think that this was only your blessings, but maybe there is another one that's on the way coming.
True.
You never know.
Yeah, you just
Now,
never know.
what can you tell our viewers, those who are watching for the first time, those who have been actually following this channel, and those who are our subscribers and they're back to watch this video? What can you tell them?
I'd like to tell them that be the change that you want to see, and take the responsibility. Do not wait for somebody else or someone else to spike that energy in you. Take the initiative, you as an individual, and change the world that you're living in. Yes.
Absolutely, that's amazing. Now, Winnie, there is a student, I know we might have a student who is following, and maybe you've mentioned something about this digital education. What can you tell that student? You know, when I talk about a student, it's not just like we have students of different levels. There are those already who are in the field of actually digital education. What can you tell them? Maybe there are those who have actually, they are well educated about this, and they haven't gotten a chance, and you have one, and maybe what can you tell them? You know, sometimes you can find someone maybe as based in a certain field or a certain career, and after a long time you find out that they feel as if they made a wrong decision because they can't get an opportunity to serve. What can you tell them?
Well, the goodness with the digital design, it's you can still make use of it while still in your profession.
Right.
So you can be a doctor and still use technology to solve the current challenges that are there in the medical industry. So it's not about living your career, but it's about exploring and experiencing and embracing technology with how, or depending on how craving or the craving that you have in changing the world. So wherever that you are, if you notice that there is a change or there is a certain thing that you would like to change in your profession, in your surrounding, or even at your home, and you feel like, if I make use of technology and make this happen, please do so. Because they say that big minds, yeah, are made from the small opportunities.
Absolutely.
That present themselves.
True.
Yeah.
Now, when you came to Somalia, I think you never knew that you'll find some Kenyan teachers here. Now that when you came, you saw there are so many Kenyan teachers here. How did you feel?
Well, I felt good.
Right.
And I felt more at home because I thought one thing, I thought that when coming to Somalia, everything with me would change totally to Somali. Wearing jalbab like this one, wearing hijab, to deras and all. But coming here and finding even Kenyans doing that, it made me feel like lively and more at home.
Wow.
And I've learned to like embrace them. Since we're also from one motherland, I feel more at home. And at times we make stories, we make fun of the current. Who knows, who does not know what K or T means? So that is some of the things that we do talk about, and just reminisce the moments that we do have in Kenya. So it's been a blessing with me, having you guys like Teacher Mark in Somalia.
Thank you.
It's been of good help.
Thank you so much. So Teacher Winnie, thank you so much for making time with us.
Thank you for having me.
To our viewers, I want to say that please subscribe to this channel. If you're watching this video, there are more good to come. Actually, we are going to give you the best. Just subscribe to this channel so that next time we make another video, YouTube will notify you. For those few remarks, thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, welcome.
Bye.